Capricorn, welcome to January 2014. Happy New Year and happy birthday. You start off with a very potent new moon. Now this is your new moon for the year, and we get one new moon and one full moon, and your full moon will come in July. This is a supermoon. We also have 5 supermoons in 2014. 2 are in January. The first one is yours, New Year's Day, and then the next one will be on January 30th in Aquarius new moon. This new moon in Capricorn, I can't wait to do the newsletter on it and the blog and the video because it's so active, it's so potent, it's intense. You know, I really believe it's about giving birth to the new consciousness. So for you, it's as if Capricorn is leading the way into this age of Aquarius because you're such a major player. We have the sun and the moon coupled, merging into Pluto. Mercury is in Capricorn. Venus, your ally, is in your sign, and she'll be in your sign till March 5th. So Venus is working for you. Now Pluto is too, because you're owning Pluto. Now I was born with the sun conjunct Mercury, conjunct Pluto in my first house. So I'm very familiar with this energy. And with Pluto, there's either divine will or ego will. When we work from divine will, we're doing the will of God, which doesn't always sit well with family or friends or other people, because they have their human will and their human ego and their projections onto us of what we're supposed to be or do or have or whatever. However, divine will is a much higher calling, and it's a higher consciousness that is being asked of everyone on the planet at this time is to embody more of the Christ consciousness and higher consciousness. So when you use Pluto for divine will, you're incredibly powerful, and you're able to rise above the human difficulties and challenges because you see the bigger picture, and you are at one with your mighty I Am presence, and you're doing the will of God, God's divine will. That's the highest level of using Pluto. The other way to use Pluto is ego. And that always backfires on us, because when we use Pluto for our ego, the consequences of that is not pleasant. In other words, if I'm using my power and my position and my light, whatever, you know, whatever you have, your money, your looks, your fame, your fortune, your car, whatever you have in the material realm, and you're using that to manipulate, control, dominate others, that's the ego of Pluto. Now, you can get away with it, but there's always consequences to it, because whatever we do and say comes back to us. It circles the earth tenfold and comes back. That's what we know as karma. Now, karma is much deeper than that. And when I look at karma, when I look at someone's chart, I never look at, oh, you're a bad person or you're a good person. You know, that's so superficial. Karma goes so deep. It is about, you know, what's the story? What brought this person to where they are? Because we will choose challenging aspects in order to become strong and independent people and fulfill our dharma and destiny. So it's never like, oh, good, bad. Yeah, that's too superficial. You know, that's like, do you like vanilla or chocolate? You know, who cares? And so with this new moon and in your sign giving you a lot of power, the universe is saying, you know, what are you going to do with this power this year? What are you going to do? What are you going to create for yourself? This really is a new start. And it is about owning your power mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. You know, the sun represents your will. The moon represents how you feel. Mercury is how you think and communicate. And Pluto is power. And so it is about using all of your resources in 2014 to create what you want, to create the life that fulfills you, makes you happy, brings you greater expansion of consciousness and greater understanding of who you uniquely are and why you're here at this time in humankind's history. Now, Mars is really interesting in 2014, and I go into that a lot in the year ahead, and I'm going to chat about it each month because Mars is activating Capricorn, Cancer, and Aries for the first 6 months, all the way till June 25th. Mars is in Libra, and so everyone's going to have to look at their relationships in 2014 and really evaluate what we're doing together, you know, because a lot of people are together, but it's really a business partnership. You know, you might have started out with love, but now it's like we own houses together, we've had children together, we own a business together, you know, our money's tied up with each other, so we're just kind of hanging together for that. That may not work in 2014 because the way these energies are just waking everyone up. And it's time to look at, okay, you know, where's my soulmate? You know, where's my true love? And is this all there is? And Pluto and Mars and Uranus and Jupiter are pushing at all of us. And, you know, because Jupiter is in Cancer, what has to do with family, what has to do with how you feel. Uranus is in Aries, and Uranus is moving forward now. Uranus is direct, and Uranus is saying, what about your path? What about why you're here? Who are you as a human being? Who are you as a soul? And, you know, what is this cosmic journey? Then Mars is over there in Libra, which has to do with relationships and harmony and balance, but it's Mars, and Mars is a warrior. Mars is not really interested in harmony and balance. Mars is interested in action, movement, making things happen. The need for speed is strong. So it's a very interesting dynamic. And like I'm saying, as I'm getting is that this is about the birth of a new consciousness. It's literally pushing us out of the past. It's pushing us out of our comfort zones for sure. And it is, you know, for you, it is about you, you know, really looking at every area of your life and, you know, evaluating what is true for you. You know, are you owning your power? Are you keeping your power, or are you giving your power away? Now, we can give our power away through our bad habits, you know, eating too much sugar, you know, too much carbs, guilty, and, you know, I mean, it can be anything, you know, it can be anything that we do that we give our power away to, you know what I mean? So it's not like, oh, someone's taking your power. It can be, you know, just procrastinating or, you know, not taking action and doing what's right for you when you know you're supposed to, you know, waiting on others to do it for you, push you out of the nest, you know. So, you know, this is an opportunity to really own your power in 2014 and decide, you know what, I am the authority of my life, and here's what I want to create. That's why I've given the 25 steps to a strong you. These are really good. And 546 goals to work on. So if you don't have any goals, or the goals you used to have are not doing it for you anymore, check these out. They're pretty cool. And you might find some goals in there that you like and that resonate with you. And so you want to use January as your foundation, setting your intention for 2014 and using your power to be a force for good in the world. Use your power to, you know, stand for yourself in a manner that is definite and appropriate and what's right for you. And owning that, you know, like, this is what's right for me. This is what I believe in. This is the path I'm following. And this is what's true for me. Now, it may not be true for you, but that's okay, because when we're really powerful, we accept where everyone else is. We don't want to change anybody. We don't need to control anybody. That's what authentic power is. Now, we see it very rarely in the world. There's very few people that demonstrate it. Nelson Mandela's demonstrated it. JFK demonstrated it. You know, there are those that do demonstrate it. I think Oprah demonstrates it, where you see someone in their power, and even when horrible things have been done to them, they don't go, you know, they don't do it back, you know, like, you know, which is great. And so, because they get it, it's like, you know what, our time here on earth is short, and I only have so much time to do what I'm here to do. And so I'm going to focus on what I can do. And if you're with me, great. And if you're not, great. Because you know what? Go do your own thing. And so we don't have to change others or control others. That's false power. That's what dictators do. And you know what's really cool about Capricorn is Capricorns often become the king, they become the queen, they become the CEO, they become the great leader. You rule the 10th house of destiny and leadership. But you do it from a place of earning it. It's not like Leo where you're born to it, so it's like, okay, you know, I don't have to work for it. I was born to it. I'm going to inherit it. You know, not Capricorn. Capricorn is about earning it. Every step of the way, you climb, you're the goat, you climb that mountain. And I dig that about you because that's what it's about. You cannot ascend by inheritance. You know, well, Jesus ascends, so therefore I do. No, we have to earn it. The path of initiation is hard. It's not easily won. Overcoming the dweller, overcoming the ego, is not easy. Experiencing loss, death, deprivation, not easy. But that is the path of initiation to ascension, to self-mastery, to becoming an ascended master. And that's what the Capricorn represents. Climbing your mighty I am presence. Climbing out of the ego, the Maya of this world, the illusion of this world, and becoming who you really are. And you do it by earning it. God created the ascended masters. They do not just give us what we want because we're cute or smart or have money. We receive the initiation, which is hard, and that is earned. And then once you understand you're in an initiation, then you make your way up through it, and that's self-mastery. So the path of initiation, the path of the ascended master is earned. It's not given. And with who you are, Capricorn ruling the 10th house, it's all about becoming great, achieving greatness in the world because of your integrity, because of your hard work, because you've worked at it, because you've earned it. And because you've earned it, no one can take it from you. When you become king, when you become leader, when you become the best at what you do, you become your point of brilliance. It's because you've earned it and you've worked for it. And therefore, it's yours and it's given. The crown is given because you've earned it. And that's really exciting. And so earn your crown in 2014 by, facing those initiations that Creator, your mighty I am presence, has placed before you. And come from a higher place, come from your heart. Don't get caught in the ego drama. There's going to be a lot of ego drama with this energy. For those that are not consciously aware of, everyone is where we're at. We're all where we're at because of the choices we've made, right? You can say your parents or this or that, but you know what? The truth is, we are all where we are today because of the choices we've made, and in this life and in past lives. And so the more conscious we become aware of that, we become responsible, and we take our power back from the externals. We take our power back from television. We take it back from the church. We take it back from the government. We take it back from the family. And when you do that, you're powerful. You're authentically powerful because you're directing your life from your inner being, your soul self, who knows all the answers. And when you do that, you become this beacon of light in the world, this lighthouse that people are drawn to. They're drawn to your light because you're emanating light and love and authentic power. And authentic power is just being who you really are and not wanting to control anyone or have, power over anyone. No, thank you. It's just about having the power to do what you want to do. So you get your work done and then you can go play. And you get your work done and you have plenty of money to go do what you want to do. So this is a time to focus on where you want your energy to go in 2014. I got a lot of coaching tools on my website that you can use in the left-hand column, on my homepage. They're all there. And I'm going to be adding more and more through the year to empower you, to strengthen you. Remember, you own Pluto. Pluto is in Capricorn. It's going to be in Capricorn for a long time. So you're directing Pluto. So when that shadow comes up, you can either give it your power or you can say, you know what? I'm not going to play that game. I'm going to focus on what's working. I'm going to focus on what I can do. And right now, that may be just to make a good sandwich. Or it may be to, jump in the car and go someplace fun. And that's, living your life day by day. So, okay, now Mercury enters Aquarius on January 11th. And then that starts moving into your money sector, which is good. And then Venus and the Sun couple on January 11th. So there's some sort of message here for you on the 11th. And it is a wonderful opportunity for you to, okay, evaluate your goals and look at your goals. Okay, here's my goals. Are these goals still worthy? Do I need something new to get excited about? And take a look at the 546 goals. Do you need to improve your finances? This is a time for you to evaluate your financial strategies as well, because Venus rules money and she rules relationships. And she's in your sign, so you look good. You're looking good. Now, you have the Cancer full moon on January 15th. And that is in the area of relationships. So relationships start to heat up for you too in 2014. So for those of you that are, wanting to meet someone new, the full moon is highlighting that, and Jupiter is there in that 7th house until middle of July 2014. And that can bring in someone good for you, who's new and fun and, feels good for you. And Venus and Mars are duking it out at the Cancer full moon, just like this astrology. And that's not on the moon or the sun. Well, yeah, it is. Okay, Venus and Mars are duking it. I keep trying to look for it, so I'm like, but it's not there. And I think that's because the universe wants everyone to look at their relationships. So this isn't so much about Capricorns, although it does involve Capricorn because Venus is in Capricorn. So those of you that are in relationship, how's it working for you? Okay, this is the universe talking, not me. I'm channeling the planets. I'm intuitive, yeah. I'm psychic too. Mars is in the 10th, so how's your relationship to your work? How is it going with your work? Do you like your work? Do you like where you work? Are there changes you want to make in your work? Are there changes you want to make with yourself? Are there changes you want to make in your significant other relationship? So the Cancer full moon is going to highlight that pretty big. But it is important for you to believe in yourself and own your self-confidence is one of the messages here for you in January. And for the birthday year is really believe in yourself. Own the Pluto power. Own your power. And, own that self-confidence. You are forward focused and ready for the future as everything moves into Aquarius. The sun moves into Aquarius on January 19th. And Venus goes direct on January 31st. And that gives you another 5 weeks of Venus direct in your sign, which is very positive and very good, which can bring new love, new relationship, new opportunity, new financial gain. And when we shift into Aquarius, this is really exciting because it's happening in your money sector. So this can bring you new money. You can get money through real estate. You can get money through a home-based business. And the reason is because the new moon is not being touched by Pluto. It's being harmonized by Uranus. So Uranus is not squaring it. Uranus is sextiling it, which creates opportunity. And for you, it's happening in the area of a new start with money for you. A new start with new self-confidence, new self-worth, new self-appreciation. It highlights your talents, gifts, and abilities, your inner and outer resources, what you love and value. So this is really good. And Uranus is in the area of property and real estate and your inner being and your inner power. And so that's why it's so important for you to believe in yourself and own your self-confidence and be forward-focused, ready for the future. And this is exciting. I really like seeing Uranus working with you this way, harmonizing with the new moon, giving you like this vision of your future. It's very bright. It's very positive. And so you're going to be majorly forward focused. I would say even with Mercury entering Aquarius on the 11th, forward. So, the first part of January is, everyone's got to look at their relationships. Everyone's got to look at their power and how they're using their power or not using their power, or how they're giving their power away. And take back that power, give birth to the new consciousness, expand consciousness. And then you are really moving forward, especially with Venus direct and the Aquarius new moon, innovation, invention, creativity. So this is about you being ready for the future and being forward focused. And so love can happen for you in January and February now that Venus is moving forward. So it can bring in someone new. Jupiter is camped out in that area of relationships, other people helping you, other people being supportive with you. Mars wants ambition. Mars wants a promotion, and you could get a promotion. Squares, we love the sextiles and the trines because they're easier to handle than the squares and the oppositions. But squares and oppositions can bring promotions too. And with Mars, you have Mars in this area working for you all the way till August. July 27th, Mars goes into Scorpio, and it's still working for you. So, go where the energy is. So if you're finding that, you want to throw yourself into work and you really love your work, you could see a promotion here in January. And even in, February, Mercury goes retrograde. But, if you're still doing what you've been doing, but now it's a promotion into something even better, why not? I kind of like to wait till the planets are direct, the Mercury, Venus, and Mars, because you never have all the facts, especially with Mercury retrograde. But there's promotion here for you in 2014. Whether it's your own business or where you work, you're moving up, and Mars is going to see to it. And, for some of you, you may move in 2014. And that's good too, because every time we move, we raise our vibration. And Venus is working for you through March. And then she jumps into your money sector. Money looks good for you in 2014. Saturn is working for you. Saturn, is your ruling planet, and Saturn is in the area of the money you make from the business you own, and Saturn's working for you. Saturn's working really well for you. Jupiter's working for you. Even a Jupiter opposition is good. You know what I mean? Because it's Jupiter. And the challenge with Jupiter is we can eat too much or spend a little too much. So what? It's harmless. Well, we get to the gym and work those cherry pie carbs off. And so Jupiter's working for you. Saturn is working for you. Mars is working for you. Neptune is working for you. Neptune is like expanding your consciousness. It's in the area where it has to do with your conscious mind, your day-to-day. But it's like, the more you embrace your spirituality, the more you realize you're a great spiritual being having a human experience, you're going to totally shift and see the world from a whole different perspective, and see relationships from a different perspective, and see family from a different perspective, and see society from from a higher view, where you're like, okay, I came here to play, I came here to work, let's get on with it, let's have some fun. So it's a good month for you, it's a good year. Happy birthday, Capricorn. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you. Oh, and I just forgot to mention, January 31st, Venus goes direct, which is very good. And also, it's the Chinese New Year on January 31st. And it's the green wooden horse. And I think it's really cool. I don't know anything about Chinese astrology, except I'm the dog in Chinese astrology, and dogs get along really good with horses. So if you know what you are, you can check that out, Google it, what am I in Chinese astrology and how do I relate to the horse? But I think it's really cool that it's a horse year. And I love horses, and it's exciting. It's going to be a good year. It's going to be a strong year. And have fun with it. Have fun on your birthday. Have fun with the new year. Have fun in 2014. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, favoring, and sharing my podcast, Capricorn. So awesome. Thank you for subscribing. You totally rock. Happy, happy birthday! And until next time, may this be your breakout year. May this be your best birthday ever, where you are coming to awarenesses and insights and breakthroughs and self-love, self-acceptance, self-appreciation, greater joy, greater happiness, success, and always victory.